I just started doing drugs at a young age because that's what I was around, and that's what I saw, and I was around alcohol and marijuana and cocaine at a young age, and I started doing it because it looked fun. And then, you know, when your mind's young and developing, I think it's just that much easier to get caught up in a trap. You know, so the younger you start, the younger you see it, the people you're around when you're young, you know, parenthood plays a big part of the way you develop, I believe. But I don't know. Mom and Dad got divorced at a young age, and my dad, when they got separated, he got his own place in the country, and I was there every weekend because Dad's place was the place to be. You know, we rode four-wheelers and raced dirt bikes and stuff, but he was a single man, and everybody over there was drinking and partying and this, that, and the other, and I thought it was cool.
What have you beaten previously in your life?
First time I beat cocaine, marijuana, and alcohol pretty much. I was clean for several years, and then I got in a car wreck, and when I left the doctor, you know, I was on pain med. I'd never taken pain medicine in my life. The first 5 milligram pain pill I took after I got out of the hospital made me throw up. And before I got on Suboxone, I could take 3 80 milligram Oxycontins and feel normal. That's the thing, you don't get high anymore. You just feel normal. I couldn't go to work unless I was on drugs. If I didn't take drugs, people would think I was high because I'd be dragging butt, you know? I'd be dragging and feel run down and feel like garbage. So,
having defeated cocaine and other addictive substances to get on pain pills because of a car wreck, you told me, did you know you were getting addicted, or did one day you go, whoa, here we are again?
I had no idea I was getting addicted. I thought at any time I can just quit taking the medicine, you know. I had no idea that the pain medicine was getting me addicted.
And this was legit pain medicine from the doctors, from
right.
part of your recovery from a car wreck.
That's it.
Then, did they cut you off? I hear they cut off the pain,
yeah.
then you're stuck.
Did
that happen to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me about that.
Well, you just they give it to you to a certain extent, and then you go to the doctor and they say, you know, well, you've been on it long enough, let's wean you off. Well, I need more, you know, because...
Do you tell your doctor that? Do you say, Doc, I need more, I'm really needing this? And
absolutely.
And they say what?
They just wean you off and quit giving it to you.
They wean you off whether you wean off or not.
That's exactly right. And you can go to the streets and find it, you know.
What's it like going on the streets asking for pills? Is it easy to find?
It's so easy. I didn't have to search for any of it. I'd been around drugs my whole life, see? So I knew where to get anything at a young age. So I never had to search for it, so I don't know what it's like going out searching for it per se. Drugs are so readily available. I could go introduce you to 2 people right now and you never have a problem getting drugs for the rest of your life. The drug issue is so big. I mean, it's so much bigger than everybody thinks. They are everywhere. Drugs are everywhere.
Are you saying everywhere, like literally everywhere?
Literally everywhere.
Like out here in the middle of nowhere?
The neighbor could be on a prescription that he doesn't take all of it, and he could be on a fixed income, and he would love to sell you half of his prescription to supplement his income.
So, doctor weans you off of the prescription because you're theoretically well from your pain and your injuries, and now you're buying pills on the black market from people you know on the street.
That's it.
And you trust the pills?
Oh, absolutely. They come out of a bottle with their name on them. See, there's people that are on long-term pain medicine, they call it chronic pain. It could be back surgery or something like that, and now they're chronic pain victims. And the doctor's prescribing them 2-3 times what they need. Well, they're on, obviously a chronic pain victim is going to be on a fixed income. Well, when you can sell an 80 milligram pill for $80 and they got 2 extra a day, that's $160 a day times 30.
So you can find chronic pain, honest people who are in chronic pain willing to sell extra pills.
Absolutely.
These aren't drug dealers like how you think in the movies.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They're just making money on the side selling 80 milligram.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like a lot.
10, 20, 30, all the way up to 80. You know, it depends on what their problem is and what the doctor gave them.
Do people who need the pills in the black market, do they find the people with the most strong pills, or they find any pills of any milligram they can find?
Any milligram they can find at the time, you know, until they meet somebody else. Kind of snowballs.
How did you find out that pills were a problem, pain pills?
Through trying to quit, feeling like a slave to it, having to go to work and not have it. You know, say you run out, or they run out, and then you got to get up and go to work, and you don't have it for a day or two, and you can't get up and go to work. and you realize,
So are you tired? Are you?
oh, lethargic, tired, just feel physically sick, and your pain is amplified by 100 because you've been dulling your pain with pain medicine. So a little body ache, that would be nothing to you. You know, you'd have, like, your back is aching today. You just stretch and go on with your day. To me, it's crippling. To me, a little backache felt like I couldn't get out of bed because I've had a release of endorphins flooding my brain for so long that everything's amplified. Any little pain, any little, you know, even emotions, being upset can be crippling because you don't have something to, pain medicine also makes you happy.
So you're super sensitive in all ways.
That's it. When you realize you have a problem.
How's kicking the pills been compared to kicking cocaine and other things you've dealt with?
Cocaine was nothing. Cocaine, you feel crappy for a couple days. Nothing to it. Cocaine's got nothing on opiates. For me, for my experience. And you know, that's all to each his own type of deal. I mean, you know, what's upsetting to you might not be upsetting quite as bad to somebody else. But if all you've known is cocaine addiction and you feel like you need it, that's just as bad as my addiction. Except cocaine doesn't affect you physically when you quit. It just affects you mentally. You want it. Opiates, you physically need it because you physically get sick when you quit taking them. You know, you get symptoms, flu-like symptoms, throwing up, diarrhea, nausea all the time. You're weak, lethargic. I mean,
but a pill will help make that go away. You instantly restore yourself back to balance.
Instantly.
Compared to a recreational type.
Absolutely.
Recreational high that you'd seek from a party drug.
Right. You're right. Exactly.
So, okay, you've been here 3 weeks. You're on your way.
Yeah.
When you're back home on your 2 feet, what's the world going to be like for Mr. Johnson? What you going to do with yourself?
Going to absolutely have to stay away from anybody that I know has an addiction like I do, because most everybody I know knows that I can either find it, or somebody who's an addict can know that I've been through what I've been through, and they might deep in their mind love me to death, but if they're out of pills, they're gonna come to me and beg me to get them pills. So I'm gonna have to stay away from the people that I was around. That's number one, and realize that, you know, if I could beat it on myself, if I could beat this addiction by myself, then I wouldn't need to be here. I wouldn't need to be in any rehab. I think the Christian-based rehab is the way to go, because you're giving it to something greater than you. If I could fix it of the world, then I could fix it myself, because I'm of the world. But having God, something greater than yourself to lean on, is going to be key to beating it, you know. And staying away from the situations I've found myself in so many times before, and focusing on work and focusing on making my family proud of what I've done, doing it for my family as much as myself, because they deserve it. I've got 3 children. I've got a 13-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 3-year-old, and phenomenal children that I've been a part of their life. And you know, they didn't know their dad was a drug addict for a long time, you know, because I didn't revert back to cocaine until a depression thing I went through the past 8 months. So for 12 years, I've been addicted to pain medicine, but nobody knew it, because like I said, it just made me feel normal.
How expensive does it get?
Extremely. When you're a drug addict, you're going to spend as much money as you have available to purchase the drug. If you only make $120 a day, you can only spend $120 a day on drugs. If you make $1,000 a day, you can spend $800 a day on drugs, and you can consume them. I mean, so how expensive is it? It takes everything from everybody. No matter what you make, it's going to take everything from you.